Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Fresh here with the homie Blaze the God. Got two special guests, my dogs, TK, Case. What's good with y'all, brothers,
What
man?
up, what up, what up?
The
Yo.
business is, what's
Great
good?
rising, everybody.
Man, today we're
Good
here to talk
afternoon,
about
good morning.
yes, depending on where y'all is in the world, man. Good morning,
Time
good
out.
evening.
Before we start,
What you got, man?
Brother Cates,
What's happening?
I wanna start this as a good thing.
What up?
Let's stop saying good morning, because we're not mourning anything. Say
What's
great
that?
rising. We
Grand-
rise to the sun.
Grand rising to the kings and queens
You know what I'm
of the
saying?
earth.
We're not mourning nothing. It's not a good morning. It's nothing that we mourn can be good. We looking
Grand
forward
rising.
to the better
Grand
day.
Rising, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, man, to the YouTube channel. For everybody that's new, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow us on the Facebook page. The links will be below this video, depending on what platform you own. I want y'all brothers to know, man, bring the game, bring the juice, bring everything to the people, because we definitely been going through some crazy times, man. Even going back to the Trayvon Martins and beyond. It's shit getting crazy, man. And this is what we're here to talk about. We're here with two kings, man. That have been through it all, been through the streets, been through the ringer. I done been through the streets. I'm younger than them, but we're here to get this wisdom today. Blaze, what you got, bro?
I mean, let's get with the topic. Let's go to the audio.
You ready to get into it? Okay, so we
go right into it.
The
audio. You know what I'm saying? We gonna play the audio. I'm gonna give my opinions, then I'm gonna let my OGs go ahead and take the flow, because you know what I'm saying, they seasoned in this. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing like getting that season. You know what I'm saying, for the steak.
This is an audio from the king, man. Texas, Houston, Jay Prince. His nephew was shot at his brother's house, if I'm not mistaken, and they said he said his nephew was unarmed, man. So we're here to play this audio, and then we're gonna go into a couple more things. We're definitely gonna talk about it, man.
We have a problem to solve. There are a few renegade young punks who went into one of my boys' garage and shot my unarmed nephew in his heart and killed him. These clowns have no principles when anybody can get it type of attitude. I wish I could go back to the Western days and put a woman, dead or alive, $1 million reward on it. But that's illegal, so I won't do that. For all the real ones in every hood in H-Town, let's not wait on the police to solve every problem for us. We have legal rights that need to be exercised to protect. I have no respect for you niggas around the world that call yourselves gangsters, killing unarmed innocent people at nightclubs, homes, schools, malls, restaurants, churches, or wherever. This is weak shit, not gangster. Real niggas around the world, we need to come together to deal with these bad apples. I wish immediate karma to all that intentionally kill innocent people. Reap what you sow. By the way, this is not the Call of Duty war zone game. This is real life. Peace. Houston.
So, Blaze, what you got, brother?
All right, so you know what I'm saying, something popped in my head. You know what I'm saying, like, as cliche as it sounds, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna say reach one, teach one, right? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of these young kids around here, these young dudes out here, ain't been taught by no real dudes. You have very few OGs left that is willing to taking to put that weight on their shoulders and say, hey, let me, you know what I'm saying, come walk with me. I'm gonna show you the way how we used to do it. It's not a lot of OGs doing that now. A lot of the OGs just sitting down watching and letting these young kids just run rampant. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you why a lot of the OGs sit down is because a lot of the OGs done been to prison. They done did their time. They trying to spend the rest of their lives living out of the lockup. So I think a lot of the OGs is like, well, if these young kids ain't gonna listen, and they shoot happy, they trigger happy, they want to fight everything. So a lot of them basically been locked up so long that the fight it's not worth it to them. Because I know a lot of people, a lot of men in prison that counsel other young men that come to prison. But by the time they get out, they so tired because nobody is listening. We gotta get to these youngs. We gotta get to the young kids. We gotta get to them in a different way than muscle. It's got to be a different way than violence. It's got to be a different way. It's got to be a different way.
And that's what I
going to
mean.
Get violence.
But that's what I mean when I say it's not a lot of OGs that are saying, "Come walk with me. You going that way. We need to take a walk this way," so you can see. Yeah. So you can see the differences in the paths you're taking. You can go down this route, but all it is what you already know, what you've already seen: death, jail, poverty, still fighting for the same thing. Or you can walk this way and see a whole different lifestyle. Like Case, you were OG. You know what I'm saying? You did all of that, but you could take a lot of people. You could take a lot of young people. You know what I'm saying? And you showing a lot of young people. Like, look, I was in this area. Look what I'm doing now, though. You can avoid that. You don't have to do all of that. You can go this way because. I mean, and you two, TK, y'all both in the positions where y'all could say like, look, I've done this. You can head down that road. We both know what's down that road. Or you can see what I accomplished, start yourself off early and walk down this road instead of following behind everybody else. And I think that's the biggest problem is a lot of kids being followers too.
Yeah. Well, the biggest problem is the following, what our society has been taught to follow now is the bag. Follow the bag. Yeah. Wow. See, a lot of us older OGs don't have the big bag that all the young street cats got. We got the knowledge, but we don't have that bag no more because we're not doing the dumb shit to get the bag. Right. So they're not trying to listen because we don't got the bag.
It's all about flashy. Everybody following
exactly.
But see, to me, the bag is misleading. Like, to me, because
extremely.
At the end of the day, you know, the bag is money, but money is really a clear out, all out necessity that you really need to survive. So I don't know where the persona of I gotta have a bag or where all that came from. I mean, it's kind of
as much as I hate to admit it,
it's a two-headed sword, man, because you know it's a lot of us getting to the bag, but then there's a lot of us getting to the bag and it's you know, it's causing chaos. Yeah, you get to the bag, but they're causing chaos at the same time.
Okay, now look at this. And I hate to say it, but our generation growing up, that's all our music talked about was getting to the bag.
Oh no,
that's why we was doing what we was doing. So that's all that's been taught. So we got at least 3 generations that I know, because I got grandbabies. So we got 3 generations to fight through of it's not about the bag no more. It's not about the bag because everybody's gonna fight to get to that bag. But once you get the bag, you realize that that's not what's important. And I don't care what man it is. Every man realizes that that's not the importance. Yes, it helps. Yes, I can support my family. Yes, I can live well. Yes, I can drive these nice cars. But it's not what it is. It's not happiness.
When you got these billionaires, and we can think of 3 billionaires right now off the top of our head that's going through divorce, you realize there's a greater, and of course we're talking about gun violence and, you know, Black community, but at the top of it, these people are at the highest of height. They're at the top of the mountain. They didn't went up over there, and they getting divorced. They getting divorced. So you like, it ain't, the money is just a necessity. It's just a tool. You know what I mean? It's just a tool. That's it.
But I think one of the biggest issues when we speak about getting to the bag, one of the biggest issues about getting to the bag is the way they go about getting the bag.
Exactly.
Everything about getting the bag, like Kate said, the bag is a necessity, but it's all about it. But it is also about how you get to the bag too. You can get to the bag, you brothers are working hard. You're hardworking men. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got business plans and business schemes, and y'all know how to move within. You know what I'm saying? The right way to get the bag. A lot of these kids out here thinking that they got to get the bag by any means, stick up, running to somebody home.
And that's what bothers me the most, because something that stood out that he said, you know, cats calling themselves gangsters, but they out here killing innocent people. You know, and throughout the years, I look at TV and I'm like, somebody's kid got shot or this and that happened, and when it get to the point that the gun violence is that bad where your kids can't go and play at the park in some of your communities,
yeah,
it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, where do we go or where do we start, you know, trying to get this situated, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to take more than the OGs. It's going to take a whole bunch of people to get some of these problems going on within our community nationwide together.
But see, a lot of the rules go out the window when you talk about, you know, the way fake gangsters is moving, and they say, you know, like, because even the laws, you know, kids ain't supposed to be touched, women ain't supposed to be touched, but these kids is kids.
Yeah, but you know, we in a digital era now, so
when
you know,
but I'm just saying,
a lot of it's acting anyway, you know, and like you said, following people follow what other people do.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just along the lines of, you know what I'm saying, like, these kids are kids, so they're not looking at these kids as being kids. They're looking at them as their peers.
Yeah,
but you know
they
why?
want to be gangsters, so they're playing gangster.
Okay, but the problem, gentlemen, is that these kids out here playing gangster, they haven't. We're gonna go back to the same thing. You haven't been taught. You haven't been taught what it is that you actually have to do, what your job is. Look, any intelligent entity wants to work. If you get a dog and they got a high-strung dog running around your house, if you take that dog for a walk every day, you take that dog outside, you give that dog a job to do, the dog calms down around your house. You can have the dog around your kids, and this could be a vicious dog. I deal with pit bulls. I've rescued a lot of pit bulls that was fighters. People fought them dogs, and they say, oh, they can't be around kids. Oh, I would never trust that around my kid. Tim, you're crazy. Okay, but them dogs never did nothing to none of my kids. Why? Because I taught differently. I gave it a job to do. Once you've given something a job to do, whether it's a child, whether it's an adult, an animal, anything that's intelligent enough to take direction from something, once you've given it a job, it doesn't have time to do any of the other dumb shit because it's focused on the job. All energy is good energy. We can talk about good and bad, gangsters and all this shit. There is no such thing as bad energy. All energy is good energy because all energy propels everything forward. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay. So if we continue to use good energy in touching these people, we can't go left. Now, am I a gorilla if I have to be? Hell yeah. But it's your choice of when you have to be. All we need is the strong brothers with the bag to be able to stand up and go to these places. It's not going to be enough. Yes, we are in a digital era. Yes, this is a good platform, but I'll say again, it's not enough. You got to be in the physical form. You got to be able to touch these kids. We got to be able to build a team to move when we need to move. If we hear something go on over here, we need to be able to have something in place to whereas the strongest of the elite of the brothers that's trying to fix something are able to go to that area, go to that place, talk to the people that was touched, talk to the people that was involved, get into that community and start talking to them. Stop being scared of these young people that we're calling these baby gangsters and oh, they're crazy. They'll just kill you. Do you know when I moved to Georgia?
I don't think it's fear. I mean, maybe through some, but not through me. I mean, because
no, of course not.
I'm more so in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Through what I do, I'm in the trenches with kids that don't have much anyway. But
that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying.
But see, I'm giving them a lot. Just volunteering my services to be there and to be open call. I'm calling kids. I call, you know, the ones that I reach out to that I know that I can, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is, you know, it's a lot of kids out here that a lot of kids they don't have parents, but I mean fathers, but at the end of the day, I still take an obligation as a man to make sure I call and check on these kids. And I want them to know that if they need me, just call me anytime. It doesn't matter if you just want to call and say, what up, coach?
Right.
I'm gonna take some time out to communicate with you because at the end of the day, you don't know what some of these youngers is going through. But all at the same time, what's going on in our community, it doesn't give them no pass because once innocent kids and babies and all them start getting into play, that's probably where it bothers me the most, you know, seeing that, look at the area. You have to go to these areas and look around.
TK, unmute your mic, bro. I had to mute you because you was having some background noise.
Oh, you good.
The environment, I want to go through something real quick. The environment is everything, man. The more I've understood about our environments, whether it's a Detroit, It is a Miami. It is a LA. Gang violence, Philly. We got some crazy shit going on in the Black communities where if our environments is set up for us to be at competition, killing, drug dealing, it's like it's structured a certain way. The trains that went through Chicago, where they, like, how the fuck did these trains end up in the inner city of Chicago? They broke in the trains and took all the guns. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like a strategy. These motherfuckers are strategically setting us up so that way we become our own demise. The environment is everything.
Just think about the amount of people that don't know things like these are things like that are happening though.
They don't know. When I learned about the trains, I was like, what? And I'm doing the research. I'm like, wow, like they literally dropped a train off in the inner city of Chicago, knowing damn well that these kids, they're in the gang area, they broke in the trains and got all the guns. That shit crazy.
Hey, you know what's funny to me, B? You know what's funny to me?
Huh.
How surprised you sound after we know Ronald Reagan flooded the hood with dope.
Yeah. It's happened over and over.
You sound surprised. You sound surprised, like, oh, they setting us up. We haven't known that for years, brothers.
Well, they've been setting us.
I
mean, yeah.
We haven't known that for years. We don't need to talk about the
Come on, man. What the two shorts say? What are you doing in the White House if you're not selling cocaine? I mean, that was the era, right?
Thank you. But
say no to drugs era, man. Let's keep it real. They said say no to drugs at that time, but they flooded the streets with more drugs than they could ever imagine.
Exactly.
Just to sum it up, man.
What was the lyrics where he said the black man never flew the plane? That was before my era, but I remember that bar.
He said from across the seas comes cocaine, but you never seen a black man fly the plane.
A plane.
You know what I'm saying? But he was spitting real, you know what I'm saying? And all the crack cocaine and everything got flooded in our communities. But once they started getting on it and getting strung out on the crack, that's when the crackdown came.
That's when it was a problem. Yeah.
That's when it's a problem.
All right, think about this, bro. You say, wow, they setting us up. What they're doing is setting the world up. It steps past black and white. The gun thing, what they're doing now is they trying to take our Second Amendment rights. If they flood the streets with guns and you got all these crazy people out here shooting and mass shootings and everything else, it's going to be easier to push them bills through to take everybody's guns.
TK.
So we don't got no gun rights. Now they control everything because we ain't got nothing to fight nothing with.
TK,
they can come in our homes and take our kids.
You just took us to our next clip. I'm glad you said what you said. We got to watch this. And then we're going to continue this conversation, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Especially when it comes to this road rage incident, which he says the Maserati was found today. And the driver, Davis, he says, is from the area. Take a look at this surveillance video in this apparent road rage incident. Chief Conti says a woman and her two young children, ages 5 and 11, were in the car. The woman was shot, and a 5-year-old had cuts from a broken window that had been shot out. Conti said with confidence they will find and hold this man accountable. Now, this was just one of a series of announcements today on crime in D.C. Conti also announced 5 murder suspects involved in homicides ranging from as recent as a few weeks ago to last summer. 2 of the suspects are 18. Now, Chief Conti is asking for the community to step up and help police find them.
All right, we ain't even got to play the rest of the video. All right, so I'm going to just say this, right? Back to what we was talking about. That is a product of...
I don't even know what to say about that shit, man.
Bro,
I don't know what the fuck to say about that
you
shit.
Fake gangster. You got to, like, listen.
You get out and start shooting up a car with a woman and some kids. What the fuck is wrong with people, man?
Look, I'm not one to put my business out there like this, right? But I have a few pieces, right? I don't get mad, get out the car and go shoot somebody because I'm angry.
No, for what?
I have a few pieces, and I keep one with me a lot of the times. I ain't gonna say all the time, but you'll never know when I got mine with me and when you don't, or when I don't. But the fact of the matter is that this is a fake gangsters. Would you get out and shoot somebody for? Because you
road rage
that you got strike.
But did she
road rage? They said they was having some road rage incident. The shit's crazy.
But she didn't hit his car.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, man. I mean, like, if she hits your car, you get out, y'all pass each other's insurance information. Like,
yeah,
what the hell? That's some of the dumbest.
It's more than fake gangster.
I mean, you can call it what you want, man. Common sense ain't so goddamn common, because really that's
at all.
I mean,
but think about this.
I only woke up in the morning angry, and I'm not. It's not in me to go out to think about hurting somebody else. You get what I'm saying? I mean, just because I'm having a bad day or something personal is going on in my life, that doesn't mean that I got the right to go out and road rage.
Take it off on everybody else.
I mean, the way he dumped on that lady and that kid, like, what do you care about if you do something like that?
You know what's crazy about what you're saying right now, the road rage shit? There was a brother out here. This kind of side note. There's a brother out here that's from Muskegon, living in the mountains. Him and some other white dude. Now, mind you, this dude got family in Grand Rapids and Muskegon. He get into a road rage. That's how crazy this situation is. He get into a road rage with a white dude. I don't know if he had a gun on. Somebody had a gun pulled. The brother got all type of dope on him, all type of shit. Now you go to jail having road rage with somebody, and you put yourself in jail, and now you mad at talking about white people. This and that. Like, what you doing having road rage? You got all these drugs. It's just retarded, man. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
So basically, he chameleonaire. He riding dirty, and he had road rage.
Okay. I don't understand the point of road rage. If you got insurance on your whip, what's the point of the road rage?
Yeah, like
hey, if you driving a Maserati, why are you jumping out, dumping at her?
Yeah.
We got
one more clip, good brothers. Before we wrap this up, I want to play this because we could talk. You know how we do, man. We're gonna play this next clip real quick.
Yeah, we got a few minutes left, so.
Released by police, they show an SUV in this alley behind me with a gunman leaving the car, firing and then returning seconds later. But now another camera angle may reveal a second car and another shooter. We want to warn you, some of these images are disturbing. With the manhunt intensifying across Florida for 3 gunmen, new views are coming to light of the harrowing events at El Mula Banquet Hall, where 23 people were shot, 2 killed. First, this split screen shows the front entrance surveillance camera with partygoers waiting and a trio of shooters emerging, quickly spreading panic. But the business also has a corner camera, and a source confirms to NBC News this new video is authentic. It shows gunfire seeming to come from a second car at the other end of the parking lot. Then a man appears to get inside that car as the shooting subsides.
We can stop right there, y'all.
That's some wild stuff right there.
In closing, y'all, I want everybody on this show today to give us, just try to keep it brief, some things that we can do, man, to begin to transform our communities, because I heard Nas say this in a song. He said that our emotions are being used against us. The fact that we are passionate, very passionate people and emotional, what are some things that we can do to begin to transform our culture, man? Because it's a great work to be done, man. Like Blaze, TK, let's start with you, man. What you got?
I feel the way that we could change our culture is to get out here in it, to get in it, and actually boots on the ground. We got, you got to build a team of people that's ready, willing, and able to do whatever it takes to get this right. We need people that's not going to bend, flex, or fold. They're not going to run. They're not going to give up, because it's a hard task. It's a hard task to do. Changing the whole, what it took them, like I said, what I told you this morning, they started this in 1965. 1965, they started breaking families. They started destroying kids. So it's many years in the making. We part of them kids. We just smart enough to try to fix it.
Yeah, we are.
And see, I took something from the conversation we had the other day too, TK. As I said, we need to start doing better, and we made the statement of not looking like fucking dummies out here.
Yeah.
And you made a point. You said, every other race looks stupid too. They do the same stupid shit. We just get shitted on because we're black, which is true. Which is true. I will say this though, the reason why I feel like we need to stop looking stupid out here is not for anybody else, any other culture, any other race. We black. We gotta stop looking stupid in front of our own people. Because the thing about it is that we have to elevate ourselves. Like I said, we gotta start talking and living like we say we are. We call ourselves kings. We got to start acting like kings. You cannot
Most
sit here
definitely.
and say I'm a king, but you acting like a peasant.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the problem with us. We want to be exalted high and put on this platform, but yet we acting like we ain't never had shit. Now, granted, there are a lot of us that don't have shit. We all came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? The four of us in this video, we all came from nothing. We grew up in South Park, Project Baby, all of that. The fact of the matter is, though, is this, right? When you start living to be better, you'll start gradually being better. Like you said earlier today, we don't say grand morning because we grand rising. There's nothing that we are mourning today. We got to start thinking processes like that for everything, though. Not just the morning. We got to start thinking
our finances, everything.
We got to start putting
families,
that out there. The energy you put out there is the energy you're going to receive. So if we talk about, I'm gonna stop looking stupid in front of my brothers and sisters over there and stop giving my brothers and sisters a bad name. That's for my own culture, because I want my brothers and sisters to be like, yo, that's a strong black man right there. Okay, let's go. Because then eventually I may inspire somebody else to do the same shit. That's the reason why I do legacy branding. Legacy branding is about building your legacy, about knowing what you stand for.
Right,
Kate's.
You know, I think personally, I'm about the kids, man, because at the end of the day, those are going to be our next generation of adults.
Facts. That's the only way we're gonna get through.
You know, like how do we, you know, and you could say it's a million ways to do it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's all about implementing how, you know what I'm saying, doing certain things, and we gotta. I mean, just to get a group of good people that's willing to do things, we got a lot of work to do. I mean, nationwide, from what I'm looking at, I mean, I feel
it's got to be built. It's got to be built. We need,
yes, sir. And I feel for
discussions to be built. If you think about this, Dale,
man, because
think about this, Dale. If you had 7 Mr. Joneses to spread out across the United States, just 7 of them, because what we went through, Mr. Jones, the James R. Leonard Center, people like that is what changed the minds of a lot of people.
And what was he though? He was an example to all of us youngs.
Yeah.
I mean, and still is.
And that's why I say we got to start living. Mr. Jones was living exactly who he wanted to be.
You know what? He lived his life to give back to us. You know, I mean, talking about somebody that gave their life for, you know what I'm saying, for his career for children. I mean, you know, he's taking us to Canada. He's taking us places where we don't even have food money. We don't have food money sometimes, but it don't matter. Let's go, Haas, get in the van.
So look, brothers, we are running out of time. I'm gonna wrap this up. I want everybody to know that's watched to the end. I need y'all to like this video. I need y'all to share this video. This is Hustle Culture. Kate's, TK, Blaze the God, as always, I appreciate you, brother. I want y'all brothers to know I appreciate y'all. I hope that we can jump on here and do this again. In fact, I know we will. I appreciate all the wisdom. We got more videos coming for y'all.
Don't forget LGCbranded.com. LGCbranded.com.
LGCbranded.com. Definitely make sure y'all share this video. Y'all follow us wherever you see in this video. We got more stuff coming, y'all. Like I said, it starts here, but it does not end here. We definitely got to go out and do more implementation. We got a lot of work to do as a culture, man. This is Hustle Culture. I appreciate y'all, brothers, man. Peace.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
Peace.
100.
A good talk.